So with the draft just around the corner and with free agency kind of winding down a little bit, we have an idea as to how teams are starting to look. Now, me and Jose have both decided and chose three teams that are going to be our sleeper teams for this year. So we're going to release those names in about a 3, a 2, a 1.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Jose here at the First Round Bite Show, where we bring you all football all the time. Soss and company. What the hell is going on?
Soss and company. Are you talking about old Skelly back here?
Are we talking about Jack?
Jack Skelly? Man. Hey, comment down below, guys, if you watched that short, because that short actually kind of went off and I was not expecting that. But
hey, actually, comment down below. What is this skeleton's name? Name him.
Name him.
Give us a name.
If you name him, then we'll give you a crisp either in-person high five or a digital high five, like kind of like a poke off of Facebook. Remember those? Remember those?
We'll give you a shout out in the next video.
That's right. We'll give you a shout out. I already know who's going to be naming it anyway.
I think, we'll talk about it. I know what you're talking about.
I know.
Oh,
yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, like I said before, we are talking about, we got some sleeper teams because here's the thing. So, we did a video recently. Oh, man, it actually wasn't recently. It was actually probably about a month or so ago now. And we talked about the turnaround. That your New England Patriots made, going from one of the worst teams in the league to making a Super Bowl appearance and getting absolutely mollywopped by the Seattle Seahawks. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, bro, I have no idea because my girlfriend just FaceTimed me, and
we're literally on the camera right now.
I know, but you just FaceTimed me. Say hi to YouTube. That's my dog. I'm sorry. I gotta go. We're live.
Jesus. That's a ripper.
I absolutely apologize. What was your question?
Are you doing okay now that we've passed that season where, I was talking about the Patriots turning it around and how they ended up just kind of coming out of nowhere to, cement themselves as a contender. And we talked about this in this other video about the possibility of some teams that are taking like that 1 year turnaround to be able to maybe not necessarily make it to the Super Bowl, but make it to the postseason. So
yeah,
we have both chosen three teams. We have not talked about who those three teams are because that's what we like to do here. We like to react to each other's lists around here. So, I'll tell you my first one, and then we'll go back and forth.
All right. Dude, if you have the same one as I do, then I'll just let you know immediately.
Okay.
That way you don't ask me, and then we can kind of volley off of each other.
Okay, that'll work. So my first sleeper team that I have this year is the New York Football Giants.
There we go. That's one of mine for sure.
So it's super easy to say that because here's the thing. Here's my reasoning. You can give your reasoning here in a second, but because your reasoning is probably going to be very similar to my reasoning. So they have a young quarterback who kind of came out of nowhere to show that he has potential to be a franchise quarterback as long as he is making smart moves and not living in the injury tent with his fellow stablemate Cam Scattaboo. But that's another thing. That team has a lot of young talent, and you saw some of that on display last year because they were in a lot of the games. A lot of the games that they were playing in, they were still in it, and that's even without probably, in my opinion, whenever he's on the field, he's the most dynamic wide receiver out there. That's not named JSN, but Malik Neighbors is coming back, so. Obviously they've got now John Harbaugh. They've got an excellent coach. They have an excellent coaching staff and everything. I just think that they have so much potential. They got a good defense. They've got great pieces around Jackson Dart. They've got a good coaching staff around Jackson Dart. They're gonna be a good team, I think. The only thing that's going to keep them from being a good team is if Jackson Dart is playing too recklessly, ends up getting himself hurt, or because the thing is too is that Malik Neighbors is also coming off of injury. So, and then Cam Scadaboo also coming off injury. So, as long as people stay healthy, my goodness, the sky's the limit.
I think, what do people say? You hit the nail in the coffin or whatever the hell.
No on the head.
So there we go. What is the other one that I'm thinking about?
No, a nail in the coffin basically means that
Means you're dead.
it's done. It's a done deal. Because
go.
once you put a nail in the coffin,
It's Ripperooskies.
it's a Ripperooskies indeed.
Quite literally. But no, I mean, you
Quite
pretty
literally.
much spoke beautiful words. As long as they stay healthy, I think they can definitely compete in that division, which I know they have. Obviously, the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Commanders, which that's a pretty damn tough division. I think whoever ultimately stays the healthiest in that division is going to come out on top, which I know sounds kind of obvious, but considering you got Jalen Hurts and Super Bowl champs a couple years ago there in that division, that's going to be tough to do, but obviously they got the coach to do it, and if Jackson Dart continues to progress, I think good things are coming. I think, what pick do they have in the draft? Is it like a top 10 pick?
It is a top 10. I want to say it's like
It's
7
a top
or
10
8.
pick.
7 or 8.
So it'll be interesting to see where they go with this pick. Like I said earlier, they're looking at Tyson. They can go somewhere on the defensive side. There's a lot of different things that they can do here. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. They had a really good draft last year. I think they're only going to replicate that and kind of have another tremendous draft this year. But I don't know. I'm super excited. For the Giants and to see what they do, man. Truly.
Same here. I actually, just as a football fan, I love it.
And I hope they stay healthy. They have too much talent. Sorry.
I agree. No, I agree. So, my second sleeper team, I don't think that this is going to come as a shock. It might come as a shock.
It's probably the same one as mine, I swear to God.
It's the Cincinnati Raiders.
That is not one of mine.
So, Cincinnati Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. So, the biggest thing, Fernando Mendoza last year played out of his mind. Absolutely out of his mind. Completely deserving of the number 1 overall pick in the draft, and that is what the Raiders have. They have the number 1 pick in the draft. I think that, so they have been gathering talent over the years, and one of the biggest things that they have been missing is that bona fide franchise quarterback. Remains to be seen, obviously, if Mendoza can be that person. But they've got Brock Bowers. They've got Ashton Genty. I don't even know what wide receivers they have, but I know that at the end of the day, their talent level it's not bad. They've always been one of those teams that if they get a quarterback, a decent quarterback at least, because they've been trotting out like Geno Smith and shit like that, and that's been getting them nowhere. But a good passing game is going to open up the run game, and we all know that Ashton Genty has a ton of talent. He's got a ton of talent, and I think that it was kind of hampered last year with the fact that they were just not very good. But you throw Fernando Mendoza in there, you throw a franchise quarterback in there, I think that he is going to pay dividends because after watching a lot of his highlights and stuff from last year, dude's got he's got the size, he's got the talent, he's got the ability, and actually
he's got it between the ears, as what you like to say.
Exactly. Dude is going to be a phenomenal player in the next level. And there's a good chance, I saw that somebody said that in a mock that there's a good possibility that they could always try to double dip and get Fernando Mendoza and then a Mark Hooper Jr. and stuff. So it'd be kind of like a Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase situation, which would be really, really neat. But yeah, so I think that the Raiders are one of those teams that could potentially next year they could be knocking on the door to the playoffs. Plus, they still have Max Crosby because that deal went null and void and
for now.
everything for now. Um, did you hear about that whole situation,
Oh, of course. It was all over my social media.
bruh? That like I saw an interview from Max Crosby. This is just kind of as a side note. I would have thought that the Ravens would have been a little bit more, like everybody talks about how great their front office is and stuff like that, and how great their management team is and their leadership team and stuff like that. But yet, the story that he told painted them in a really bad picture.
That's a big old ripperooskies if I've ever heard one. But I really like that take. I didn't really have the Raiders as one of my sleeper teams, but I can see
Interesting.
where you're coming from. They do have a lot of up and coming pieces. Obviously, like you said, they got Bowers, they got Genty. They do have Thornton Jr.
Hmm.
He's a real speedster with good
He is.
hands.
He is
I think he has the potential to be a solidified wide receiver one as long as you pair him up with a good quarterback who can throw him the ball.
because he's like 6'4", six
But
five, isn't he?
I think so. He's a
Yeah.
big guy for sure. But I do see a lot of potential there. Obviously, I do believe that they're gonna pick Fernando Mendoza, which I didn't really watch a whole lot of his games.
Hmm.
I did watch some of his playoff games, but besides that, I didn't really like dig deep into his film, if you would.
Hmm.
But I feel like this draft class in general for the quarterbacks isn't very friendly. In the past, we've definitely had some other drafts where it's like you had maybe two or three different quarterbacks who could truly go,
Yeah.
not necessarily number one overall, but the first quarterback. Or what am I trying to
Like
say?
still
Like,
within like the top of the draft.
there we go.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Excited to see what the Raiders have. But kind of moving on a little bit. So one of my sleeper teams. I wonder if this is going to be a surprise to you. Maybe. The Minnesota Vikings, what do you think? Surprise or no surprise?
Very much surprised.
So the Minnesota Vikings, I
Nine.
think the addition of Kyler Murray, I know a lot of people give him shit because he's like a smaller guy. I think he's like 5'10" or something like that.
That little feller.
But I think he's going to do a phenomenal job.
Is he gonna be able to see over the line?
To kind of go back, he obviously did have a phenomenal year at Oklahoma. I've been kind of following him since. But he has too good of a team, offense, coaching staff to not be a good player. I do believe he's going to have a chip on his shoulder, and he has a lot to prove, not just to his haters, but
Hmm.
to himself. You know, he kind of got led astray a little bit by the Arizona Cardinals. I think he's gonna have a good year. Justin Jefferson's over there. You still got Jordan Addison. The
Hmm.
running back room is looking a little shaky, but I don't know who's got Kevin O'Connell's their coach.
Yep.
I think they're gonna. I don't know, man. I think the Minnesota Vikings are gonna be something special this year, and they're playing in a dome, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like everything's kind of lining up for the Vikings to be successful. And
Hmm.
then JJ McCarthy gets to learn from Murray, so I think that's going to be good for McCarthy, whether he ends up staying as a Viking in the future. I think that's going to be some good time for him to kind of sit back, learn the game, develop, and kind of like, just learn and gain muscle and, I don't know, get stronger mentally as well.
Oh, okay. So is he gonna learn how to play COD from Kyler Murray, or yeah? No, I don't hate it. I can see where you're coming from for sure. I definitely see Kyler Murray this year as kind of that Sam Darnold, Ryan Tannehill kind of reclamation project that everybody likes to try to go after now, after seeing now Super Bowl champion Sam Darnold. Um, it's gonna be interesting because I think that Kyler Murray is a significantly better quarterback than JJ McCarthy. I think that at that point, I feel like, in all honesty, I would even dare say that Kyler Murray was a better quarterback than Sam Darnold, to be honest. And so I think that having the targets that he has in Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, who are two of the best, if not, they got to be at least top five of the best wide receiver tandems in the league. So I don't hate that. Their defense was pretty good last year too, I believe. Um, like you said, the running back group, I don't even know who their running backs are anymore. Do they still have
I think Aaron Jones is still there.
Aaron Jones, and then did they get Jordan Mason, or am I tripping?
He did. He was there. I'm not sure if he re-signed or he went somewhere else. Like I
Yeah.
think he went somewhere else, but I can't confirm.
Well, I mean, either way, we already know that running back room is shaky. But like you alluded to in, it was probably the last video. Uh, but like running back, there's going to be plenty of running backs in the draft that are going to be available later in the draft that can definitely help out that room and add some talent there. But yeah, no, I don't see that as a bad pick. I think they're a pretty good sleeper. And like I said, it all starts and ends with the play of Kyler Murray and how well he can bounce back from the previous regimes that he was a part of.
One of the only things that really sucks about their situation is they're in a pretty stacked division. So obviously you got the Bears, the Packers, and the Lions. So all three of those teams really, I wouldn't say necessarily in any other division, but in a lot of other divisions, those teams can easily be at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So to compete against those teams, really, it's going to really hinder their potential success. But if they can get through that division, even finishing second, that would be a win, and it would be a testament as to where they're at. So,
No, I agree. All right, you ready for my last one? I think this
hopefully
one
we
might
have the
shock
same
you.
one.
Huh?
Nah. I think we have the same one. I think.
Okay. So my last one, Carolina Panthers.
Oh, me too.
Is it actually?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. So reason why I picked Carolina Panthers, actually, it's kind of funny. So, one of the shorts that I'm going to upload at some point here soon has one of the cards that I pulled was a rookie Tet, and T Mac was absolutely insane last year. Really emerged as wide receiver one. Bryce Young had a bounce back year. He after being benched and everything, the dude came out and played lights out. And they actually came insanely close to beating the Rams in the playoffs, which is
Oh yeah.
absolutely insane. So I guess it's kind of a pseudo sleeper, but I do think that the Panthers are on the up and up because you never see this where, well, for one, you never see wide receivers that aren't Ohio State wide receivers come out of nowhere to just emerge as wide receiver one. You hardly ever see the quarterback go from being benched and everything to being a bona fide. I'd call him honestly a top 10, top 15 quarterback right now, with and ascending. He is ascending. But that team is just they played their hearts out in that playoff game. Nobody gave them a chance. Nobody gave them a shot.
Hold on. While it's fresh on my mind, it's kind of crazy. Like after the first year, because there was a lot of talk about C.J. Stroud versus Bryce Young.
Yeah.
So after the first year, everybody was like, "Dude, freaking Carolina fumbled. They should have had C.J. Stroud.
Yep.
C.J. Stroud
Yep.
is light years ahead of Bryce Young." Now, where we're at now, like people are calling for C.J. Stroud to be traded.
Yep.
People are calling for freaking the Texans to bring in another quarterback. So now, really, are the Panthers as crazy as what people were calling them for drafting Bryce Young? So just right now, at this point in their career, who would you rather have, Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud? Which you can't take away the year, because year one, Bryce Young did dog shit.
In
Year
year one,
one,
C.J. Stroud
C.J.
was.
Stroud did fucking phenomenal. But now the tables have kind of turned. So at this point in your, like I said, who would you rather have?
I honestly, I'd probably take Bryce Young,
Uh
and
huh.
the reason why is because it remains to be seen how C.J. Stroud's going to bounce back, because that was one of the all-time worst performances, like meltdowns that you could see. Like, it was just shit mountain on top of shit, mountain on top of shit. But C.J. Stroud was also down a bunch of weapons. He didn't have his top weapons. But but Bryce Young, to come back from being benched to now playing insanely well, he's already shown how he responds to adversity. We have not seen how CJ Stroud responds to adversity, so it's to be determined. But gun to my head, I would definitely say Bryce Young, because he's also doing more with less. Because CJ Stroud, throughout the season, And going into the playoffs and everything, he still had for a while. He had Nico Collins. He lost Tank Dell. They had some wide receivers. They had some weapons, and C.J. Stroud still played well, and then
You
melted
can't
down.
forget about that defense as well.
Yep, that defense is absolutely completely filthy, and that was the only reason why they were still in that game against the Patriots and everything. But yeah, no, Panthers they are 100% on the up and up, and I'm honestly rooting for them. Like, I want to see them succeed because I do like T Mac. I've become a big Bryce Young fan because of the fact that he's overcome a lot. Because a lot of people were shitting all over that draft, like you said, and I just think that he's going to continue to ascend, and I think that team's going to continue to ascend, and it's going to be interesting to see it too because everybody thought that the only reason why the Panthers were ever going to do anything was whenever they had C-Mac. Now, post C-Mac, they got that nasty tandem of T-Mac and Bryce Young. That's going to take them a long ways. That's going to take them pretty far.
One thing that I am hopeful for is I know they had drafted Jonathan Brooks out of Texas, and I'm hoping he is able to return pretty healthy and pretty close to his old form this upcoming year. He did can't even talk. He did tear his ACL, I think, in back-to-back years, which is extremely, extremely tough. But if he can come back to maybe 80% of what he was, I think it'd still be a pretty good RB2. Chuba Hubbard is still the RB1. I think Dowdle. Where the hell did Rico go? I know he went somewhere else.
Chargers, maybe?
I can't remember, but now Chuba Hubbard's going to be their RB1 in question, and then like I said, I hope Jonathan Brooks is able to come back after those nasty knee injuries. But if he comes back,
Oh, he went to the Steelers.
Oh, there we go. That's a pretty good pickup. But that's going to be a good backfield.
Oh yeah. Did you notice that I did not say anything about the Titans? Surprisingly.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Nah, I mean, at the end of the day, I am obviously a Titans super fan and everything, but I do think that they're going to do well. But they still just have so many holes that they've got to fill. They're still lacking a lot of talent, and the way that they're constructed right now, I don't see them as a sleeper currently.
And a tough thing for them too is that division that they're in. So the Colts, I mean, you saw what they did last year at the first half of the season. They brought back Daniel Jones. They got Jonathan Taylor. Obviously, I'm not a big fan of Trevor Lawrence, but overall, I mean, he's a pretty good quarterback.
He played pretty well last year, and
right.
And they've got a lot of talent on that Jags team because the Jags and the Colts, they were both Jags, Colts, and Texans. They were all playoff teams.
Right.
And not the Colts, but at the beginning of the year, they were on fire. They looked like the best team in the NFL. And then they obviously fell off with the Daniel Jones injury and Daniel Jones kind of coming back to earth a little bit. But that's going to be a tough decision tough division regardless. So I don't have confidence in saying that. I mean, it depends on what you look at as a sleeper team, but I still, Titans just need a little bit more work than I'm willing to say and give them credit for right now. But they do have a lot of pieces that are going in the right direction. So
think about it this way: if you guys are dog shit again this year, I mean, you can always just draft Jeremiah Smith. So,
dude, that would be. So here's my dream scenario that other Titans fans would probably hate. Go ahead and draft Jeremiah Love, and then be dog shit all year.
Dog shit.
And then get Jeremiah Smith.
Dude, phenomenal.
Dude, Jeremiah Smith with Cam Ward and Jeremiah Love. Dude, nobody is stopping that offense. Nobody. Dude, that'd be insane. I will say this though. No matter where Jeremiah Love goes and no matter where Jeremiah Smith ends up going, I'm following their careers because and that's going to be kind of, Jeremiah Love is definitely going to be that player that if you collect cards, you'll know what I'm talking about, but that I'm going to PC outside of Titans. There's only a few players that I PC that are not Titans, and he's going to become one of them. I mean, he's exciting. He's exciting to watch and everything. So either way, but yeah. So with all that being said, let us know down in the comments section below. Let us know who your sleeper teams are, or let us know if you agree or disagree with any of our takes, because there's a lot of people that, surprisingly, whenever we do get interactions and stuff, a lot of people don't like our opinions for some reason, but some of them can't back it up. So that's the one thing I'll ask. If you guys think that our opinion is yeah, so let me address that real quick. One thing that really frustrates me, I don't mind if somebody says that they disagree with my opinion. I don't care if they say that my opinion's dog shit. Tell me what your opinion is instead of just sitting there shitting all over my opinion. Like, because we come on here, we have fun with it, obviously, but we throw our opinions out there. We back it up with our thoughts, opinions, sometimes some stats and some facts. But I get so tired now, don't get me wrong. I love when you guys comment. Absolutely love it. It helps the algorithm, helps push our product out there. But my God, guys, sometimes if you're just like, no, or that's terrible. Okay, then tell us how it's terrible, you know? Like, seriously. That's all I ask. If you're gonna take the time to comment, please. Otherwise, I'm gonna send you a full essay back, just kind of pooping all over you. That's right.
Well, Bruce, he's beautifully said, though.
I'm gonna poop all over you. Oh, sorry. We're doing the football show, not the wrestling. All right, Jose, do you have anything else for our lovely viewers?
Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Help us hit our goal of 300 subs, and then help us hit our next goal of 500 subs. Comment down below. Let us know your opinion, like he said. Hit that bell for post notifications so you're notified anytime we post a video. But other than that, that's all I got. If you want to hop on the show, drop your Discord down below. We'll get you on the show. We'll talk some football.
Absolutely. Please make sure that you are checking out our merch. It's always linked in the description. Check out our TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. We're everywhere. We're even on Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. It's more or less like these shows that we throw on there, but we are on there. So go check it out. Go show us some love and everything. And let us know what you guys want to see on the show. We are open to anything as long as it's football related. If it's football related, we are down to do it. So hit us up in the comment section below. Mostly talking to TikTok because that's usually who comments on everything. So with all that being said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for post notifications so you know anytime we post videos. With all that being said, catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.